Hey YouTube, it is Crazyman4985, and I'm not going to say it's your boy Crazyman4985. Like and subscribe, all that, because you know what, that's going to be up to you if you want to do that. If you like what you see, I am going to take suggestions, and right now I am going to be reacting to a video composed by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and it is the Mass in C minor KV.427 Kyrie, I think they call it, right? Anyway, now in the movie Amadeus, they kind of make the reference that this mass was created for Wolfgang's father when he passes away, because it's like when he passes away, you almost feel like the movie is kind of saying that this mass was composed for that. But I don't think they really knew that, and then again, I could be overreading into it, but I feel like there were parts in the movie, without spoilers, but in that movie it almost feels as if this mass was kind of written for that. But then at the same time, there are parts where the guy Salieri, he's reading the sheet music, and he's like, those meticulous heat strokes and stuff like that, and you'll see that in the comment section a lot when it comes to this particular mass. Now, so we're gonna react on this, and start it up right now. 1 second. Okay, and on the count of 1 we're gonna start it. 3, 2, 1. Horns in the background are very haunting. That's a nice rise right there. It's like entering the gates, right? Boom. It was a rise. Da-da-da-da-dun-dun. Strings in the background. Quiet sounds amazing. It's okay. We'll pause it for a second. So what are we listening to here? It almost sounds like the beginning was ascending, right? Because any type of mass, and Mozart has that way about him. Like when he could even sit with the Lacrimosa and stuff like that, it's always like a rise, right? You're going to the heavens, and in this, it feels like he's going the mass, like the spirit is entering the heavens, and then that drum, I don't know what kind of drum but it's like, I called it a gong before, but it's that drum, like that, almost like it lets you know that, all right, boom, into, the pearly gates there, right? And it has like a haunting, horns in the background and stuff like that. It very captures the moment of a to like a grieving moment in a way, right? But in a way, a lot of people during this time You know, and like it's funny how today's world is how everybody's like, there's so many people that are again, are not, don't have any religion or anything. And I'm not saying religion, but just they have like people, just some people don't even have any spirituality anymore. And how many people I know in real life that like, oh, when you die, that's it, nothing happens, right? Like, okay, these geniuses at this time believed in a royal ascending, when you died. And you can hear it in this mass right here. And let's continue. Ooh. Wow. It's like happiness now, right? It's like finally over. The struggle's over. You can see her smiling too, like it's... Like, don't fear death, I'll pause it right here. Oh, wow. What a beautiful voice this woman has. My God. Okay, so that like, ooh, like that. Like, I can't try to do the voice. Like that whole part, right? It's kind of like I get from this that the suffering is over. It's kind of like, it's very like heavenly in a way. Like it's peaceful. Like, it's just very peaceful. Like the beginning was like the ascent. This again is my opinion, but the beginning feels like an ascension. Like, it's dark. It has a dark grittiness to it. It's climbing, and then it, hits that boom, and then now it's like the calm, and the beautiful angel embraces, like an embrace into, that it's not over, right? It's not. It's masses can also be like they're signifying the life that someone lived as well. So, I'm just using my opinions on this, but let's continue here. Ooh, you get goosebumps from this part, man. Wow. you get goosebumps from that part, man. Seriously. So that, I don't know, was Mozart like trying to like, I just keep thinking of the movie Amadeus when he says those meticulous heat strokes, and this is exactly that part that he says that Salieri in the movie, and it's kind of like when you listen to that, it's almost like Mozart was making a point, like trying to let people know, like, to make some, like, it almost feels like God, right? Like even in the movie, kind of dictated that. Like they like kind of said that God was, writing through Mozart through his pen, right? Dictations that Mozart was taking from God himself, and that whole like part with that woman soprano singer, and she's singing, and it's like, it almost like wants to make a believer out of you, right? Like that's like, you don't believe in God, well, listen to how beautiful this is. And it's like a heavenly acceptance, on a grand scale. And Mozart was definitely making a point with this, and it's unbelievable, man. I think I have to go back and actually watch that part again. So we're going to go back a little bit. Hold on. So we're at 4 minutes? Okay. Now here's where it gets... a lot of emotion, a lot of passion. It's like a satisfying, like a longing, like a satisfying, Alright, that choir is very haunting, beautiful, wow. Yo, dude, this dude wrote this in the 1700s, bro. Like, it's unbelievable. The arrangement. Ba-boom. It's like, ba-boom, ba-boom. Sounds like the cello act. They got the male choir coming in here. Bum 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 bum. And a little decline there. Coming to the end. Okay, subtle end. It's wow. Okay, so we're talking about now that is good. That is good. Just two words come to mind is hauntingly beautiful, and that's what I get from this. Hauntingly beautiful. It's like with the layering of the choir, the male choir, the female choir, like just and the cellos and the constant ascending, slight declines when needed to be, and that solo soprano singer, that girl, I believe you call a female, it's a soprano singer, right? I think that's that female singer. Just her solo part. It was like a nice break after like the build up, and then once you get there, and then it was like kind of like a, you know, and then once she got to that, the part that I went back because I was gonna try to, I can't roll the R the way she does it, that whatever. But once she got to that part, that loud part, and it was just kind of like, and then the choir just comes in right after that, like embracing you into heaven almost, right? And that's what it just feels like. Yeah, so this is one of the best pieces of classical music that I've ever heard, and I've heard quite a bit. So this is Crazyman4985 Content Reacted, and I'm gonna do something with every song I'm gonna rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, don't hate me if I give something a score that you don't agree with, but on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest and 1 being like really low, right? Absolute shit. Excuse my language. All right, so I would give this I'm going to actually give this a 10. I'm going to give this an actual 10. And I didn't do this on my last video with the Moonlight Sonata Movement 3. I didn't give it a rating, and I'm not going to do that. That's my first video, so I'm not giving that a rating unless I react to it. But this is going to get a 10. This piece right here. The Mass in C minor, 427 Kyrie. It is going to get a 10 out of 10, and I think it deserves that 10 out of 10. This is the layering, the arrangement, the very arrangement that Mozart did, and especially for the time, and there was no composer like Mozart, you know. He was a master of opera, and he had, for a guy that died at like 36 years old or whatever it was, he had a tremendous amount of material, almost more than any other composer, like, you know, like even like, and you know, Beethoven is one of my favorites, and everybody, like, you know, will know that about me, but Mozart had so much more stuff. You know, and then you can always argue, well, Beethoven had some really good qualities, you know, it's always an argument, but the point is that, you know, and I just say, just enjoy both of them, right? But the thing is that Mozart was constantly working, but this piece is truly, this is a 10 out of 10, and I give this a 10 out of 10. It is, I could listen to this again and again, and I see why the movie Amadeus really hones in on this particular piece. Funny story is, when I was young and I saw the movie Amadeus, this is going back so a while ago, as you see, I got gray in my beard. I'm not exactly that young. I look young, but I'm not. Anyway, so I couldn't find this song because YouTube wasn't around, and I didn't know what this song was, and I always kept running into that one song that Mozart composed. It's like it's a clarinet. Anyway, so that particular song I would always run into instead of this one, and I was like, this is the one I was looking for, right? It was like harp and clarinet song that he did. Just going back to that, but this particular song I could never find, and I'm so happy that YouTube is around. I was able to find this and watch it in its entirety. It is again, this is the one of the best pieces of classical music that I've ever heard. This is a 10 out of 10, this mess. I put this up there with a couple of Beethoven's, one of my Beethoven's Emperor Movement 2, the slow movement, is, I would say, up here on comparison as being one of my favorite classical pieces of all time. This is just amazing, and I could watch this over and over. I could listen to this over and over, and it doesn't, I mean, like Hans Zimmer take notes, you know what I mean? John Williams take notes. Like, these big modern composers of our 20th and 21st century, whatever, this is, you know, they take notes from this. This is where it began, and this is immortalized, and this will be forever. And unbelievable arrangement. 10 out of 10. That's my final score. 10 out of 10 for this piece. And like I said, I'm going to review a lot of other music and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'm going to give 10 out of 10s that easily. And everybody who knows me, you know, especially people in real life, will know that I don't give 10 out of 10s that easily. So this video is going on very long. We're already like 22 minutes in. So I'm going to chop it down a bit. But anyway, like, subscribe if you like what you see. This is Crazyman4985 Content Reacted. It is my new way that this channel is going. It is a new direction. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and it does me a lot of benefit. It doesn't do you any harm, and I will take suggestions. If this channel starts to grow, I'm gonna you guys are gonna control what I view. We're gonna do classical, but we're also gonna do other music, and we're gonna do classic rock. We're gonna go into other things like that, even some hip hop, you know, whatever. Man, we're gonna go into things, but we're gonna start off slow with classical. It's a little harder to copyright block classical music too, which is a benefit because a lot of these guys passed away, right? But the point is, anyway. But you know, as I get used to this, anyway. So thank you all, and